People disappear every day, but some disappearances are harder to explain than others. In 2006, a man vanished in a place where it should have been almost impossible to vanish at all. There were people everywhere. There were security cameras. There was only one main exit, and yet no camera ever recorded him leaving. This is a true story, the story of Brian Shaffer. Brian Shaffer was 27 years old. He was a medical student living in Ohio, described by friends as outgoing, intelligent, and friendly. He enjoyed music, socializing, and spending time with people close to him. But in early 2006, Brian's life was not easy. Just weeks before his disappearance, his mother had passed away after a long illness. Brian was struggling emotionally, while also dealing with the pressure of medical school. Friends later said he seemed stressed, but not suicidal, and not planning to disappear. On the night of March 31st, 2006, Brian decided to go out with friends. They went to a popular bar in Columbus, Ohio, called the Ugly Tuna Saloon. It was a normal Friday night. Music was playing, people were drinking, the bar was crowded. Security cameras were operating normally. Nothing about that night seemed unusual. The Ugly Tuna Saloon was located on the second floor of a building. To enter or leave the bar, customers had to use a single main staircase, which was covered by surveillance cameras. Brian was recorded entering the bar earlier that night. Multiple camera angles show him inside, talking, laughing, and interacting with other people. At around 1:55 in the morning, Brian is seen near the entrance of the bar. He is talking casually with two women. He appears relaxed. Nothing suggests distress or danger. This moment is important because it is the last confirmed image of Brian Shaffer alive. After that moment, Brian is never seen again. When the bar closed, Brian's friends waited outside. They assumed he had already left with someone else or gone home on his own. But Brian never returned home that night. He never called. He never sent a message. The next day, his father reported him missing. Police immediately reviewed the surveillance footage. What they found was disturbing. Every single person who entered the bar that night was later seen leaving on camera. Every person, except Brian. There is no footage of him walking down the stairs. No footage of him exiting the building. No footage of him leaving the area. It was as if Brian had simply vanished inside the bar. Investigators searched the bar repeatedly. They checked storage rooms. They checked restrooms. They checked nearby construction zones. They searched surrounding buildings and interviewed staff and witnesses. Nothing was found. No personal items, no signs of violence. No indication of an accident. Investigators explored every possible explanation. Could Brian have left through an emergency exit? Those alarms were alarmed. No alarms were triggered. Could he have hidden in the building? Searches found no trace of him. Could he have met someone and left in a way that avoided the cameras? There was no evidence to support it. Brian's phone was never used again. His bank accounts were never accessed. His credit cards were never used. There was no activity, no digital trail. It was as if Brian had simply stopped existing. Over the years, theories began to circulate. Some believe Brian planned to start a new life. Others believe he met with foul play. Some suspect an accident that was never discovered. Others believe the explanation lies in a blind spot in the surveillance system. But after years of investigation, no theory has ever been proven. Brian Shaffer was never found. No body, no confirmed sightings, no answers. A man walked into a crowded bar, surrounded by people and cameras, with only one main exit. And then, he was never seen again. More than a decade later, his disappearance remains one of the most baffling unsolved cases in modern American history. Not because there are no theories, but because none of them truly explain what happened that night. This was not fiction. This was not a movie. This really happened.